Hey, so this is the second part of arms and shoulders for day 3 for March. When I was recording day 3 on my phone, apparently my phone ran out of space and it cut it off. So on video 1, you have the specialization set for shoulders, triceps, and biceps, and then you have the lower body and the lower body challenge. So this video starts at upper body circuit 1. So there are 3 exercises. We are going to do each exercise for 30 seconds as a circuit. And we're going to do the circuit 2 times. So the first exercise is a standing rope straight arm pull down. So we've done this movement pattern. We're doing the lat push down with a hinge. So it's kind of similar, but it's a little bit different. So the client's going to grab the rope. They're not going to hinge as far. Their feet are wide. Kind of tuck their pelvis and squeeze their shoulder blades, pull their belly in. Exhale as they pull that rope straight down. They can do a little rope separation at the bottom. If it's more comfortable for them, they can stand with their feet all the way together and then separate across their quads. Just what's important is that they pull their shoulder blades back and keep their arms straight for that whole movement. So that's exercise 1. They're going to do it for 30 seconds, and then we're going to switch to exercise 2. So we've done this one before. It's forward arm circles and then backwards arm circles. So they're going to stand on the band, lift their hands out to shoulder height, small circles forward for 15, and as soon as you say switch, they're going to go backwards for 15. So there's no rest in between the forwards and backwards. So just me personally, I'm going to coach it. Round 1, they're going to go forwards and then backwards, and then round 2, they'll go backwards and then forwards. It's up to you, but it's 15, no rest, and then 15 the other direction. So that's exercise number 2. And then exercise number 3 is a standing banded pull with a kickback. So we're going to pull pronated, and then we're going to do a tricep kickback. So I'm going to go with purple because my triceps are really sore. So just kind of stand bilateral, feet hip width apart. You're going to want tension in the band. You are going to keep your knuckles up for that pronated grip. Pull, which is essentially a row, and then tricep kickback. Back up. Release, pull, tricep kickback. So it's similar, it's kind of the opposite of that server curl where we were supinated, pull, curl. So we're going to be pronated, pull, kick back, and then release all the way in. Pull, kick back, release all the way in. So that's exercise number 3, and they're going to do 2 rounds of that as a circuit. And then upper body number 2. This is a little bit of a different exercise. I have to turn my camera. So you will notice that you're going to have an extra handle on every rig, and that is specifically for this day because of how these exercises are going to be set up. So on the right side, we are going to put the red lever at the top of the shoulder. And I'll show you why in a second. And then we're going to put the handle with the red strap on the right lever. And then on the left lever, we're going to have both black handles. And that is going to be red lever at the elbow height, right at the elbow bone, okay? So the red handle is going to be on the right cable, and then both black handles are going to be on the left cable. Now, we're going to do a 1-arm bicep curl with this cable, and they're going to face their neighbor, step away so that they can get a full range of motion. Now, this is going to require them to keep their arms straight, and their elbows should stay in line with their shoulder. So they're essentially going to be in this position, and they're going to be curling. So that elbow should not move. This is a little bit of a different isolation than they're used to. It's also going to work their core a little bit just because it's going to pull them in, so they have to really use their core to stand up straight. So they are going to face directly to their neighbor. I'm going to face you. I'll turn the cable so you can see what it looks like. So my elbow's in line with my shoulder. Exhale as you pull your hand towards your shoulder or you're kind of by your ear. We're going to do that for 30 seconds. and then we're gonna switch sides, and you can't see me, we're gonna do that on the other arm, okay? So again, elbow in line with shoulder, pull your shoulder blades back, and isolate the bicep and squeeze as you curl. So that's a really good move. Some of us have done that, and we really like it. So that's exercise 1. Exercise number 2 is a standing banded 2-arm tricep press. So we're pretty familiar with this one. So you're gonna have a band in the top S-drive loop. Red is pretty mediocre. It's a good band, a good resistance. Split stance, elbows tucked in at your rib cage, and you're just pressing out and bringing back in. So thumbs up to knuckles up, exhale as you press. We've done that one before. And then exercise number 3, we're gonna do a standing row, and the grip that we're doing this with changes it up a little bit. So this is another really good one, kind of far back. So we're gonna grab the black handles, one in each hand, and our thumbs are gonna be up. All right, so our knuckles are going to be out to the side. I'll come closer, I'm sure that you understand what I'm talking about. But we're gonna grip each black handle so that we're holding it and rowing like this. So step back, full range of motion, feet wider, soft knee bend, put your shoulder blades down and back. We're gonna pull the handles as far as we can across our chest, drive those elbows back and release. Exhale as you pull and release. If you haven't tried that yet, try it out. It's really, really good. I'm happy with that one. So the 3 moves, we have the standing 1-arm bicep curl, each arm. Then we have the standing banded tricep press. And then we have the standing 2-arm with 2 handles row. We're gonna do each of those exercises 30 seconds, 2 times through as a whole circuit. And then what we have left is our core. So of course you're gonna have your elbow plank. Week 1, 30 seconds, week 2, 40, week 3, 50, and week 4 is gonna be 60 seconds. So just keep coaching that. For the core circuit, we are going to need, just take one handle off of the left cable, leave one on, and you're gonna put the red lever at notch 3. So the first exercise is a reverse plank or a tabletop plank. If a client has any issues with their shoulders or this kind of bothers them, they can flip over and hold a palm plank. So what this is their fingertips face their feet, hands under shoulders. They are going to lift their hips and just hold. Lift their hips as high as they can. I'm gonna face you so maybe you can see my feet. My toes are kind of pointed out. They can flex their toes towards them, whatever is comfortable. They can also come up into tabletop position. That doesn't work their core as much, so scratch that. They can hold, or for a little progression, they can drop their hips and then thrust them up. Drop their hips and then thrust them up. So they're gonna hold that for 30 seconds. And then we're going to go into our straight leg lower with the reverse hip lift. We've done this one before. We're gonna lie on our back, put our hands under our hips, slowly lower your legs to the floor, raise them back up, and then control, press those toes to the ceiling as the hips come off of the floor. If they need to bend their knees for the sake of their lower back, they can do that. And then exercise number 3 is gonna be a weighted bird dog. So we have it on notch 3, so it's kind of in level, in line with the shoulder as they pull. But you're familiar with a bird dog. We're gonna be in quadruped position, come back far enough so that when they release, they have full extension. We are going to release opposite hand and opposite foot, pull it back together. Exhale as you pull your knee to that elbow and release. As you press your leg back, make sure they keep their foot flexed, their toe towards the floor, and they're kicking their heel. And they're gonna do 30 seconds each side. So you have the 30 seconds reverse plank, you have the 30 seconds leg lower to hip, reverse hip lift, and then you have 30 seconds each side for the weighted bird dog. And that's the end of that day.